Refilling some propane cylinders here. It's negative 14 degrees without the wind chill this morning, so I'm doing what any sane fisherman would do in Wisconsin, and that's going outside to chase panfish through the ice. Should be fun. I just filmed a little video about how I refill these tanks, so if you want to check that out, I'll link a video in the description. Save a lot of money refilling your own. Plus, these don't end up in a landfill then, which is kind of cool. Just reuse stuff, save yourself money. Stop throwing these things, these empties, in a landfill. It's really easy to convert them. So, with that said, let's get loaded up and go hit the ice. I think there's going to be some fishable ice. It's been obviously really cold the last few days after that big snowstorm. So I'm going to head out to Lake Onalaska. I'm going to take the spud bar with me just to be safe, because you never know how much that snow insulates the ice underneath it. But we've got most of the day to fish here. Should be an awesome day. Let's get loaded up. Gotta be careful right now. If you're on solid ice, it's decent, but wherever there's snow cover, it's definitely a little suspicious underneath there. So I'm staying on this solid ice where there's not the snow insulation. Well guys, I got the shack set up and I just caught my first fish, little crappie. Hold up, there's another one down there. But I wouldn't say I love where I'm sitting at right now, but it was one of those things, like, it's freezing cold outside. I wasn't gonna be too picky. Oh, my tip down just got hit right behind here. Look at this. Yep, that's a good fish. Come on. Oh, nice. Jumbo perch. Oh, boy. Well, good time to start the camera, I suppose. I was trying. Oh, I got more fish down here now. All right, this is a zoo. This is a zoo. I had a rosy red minnow on that one. Oh. Anyway, it's a good start. Man, I can't even relax. Now my phone's ringing. Goodness gracious. Let me... Hey, Kyle. Made it a little farther than I did. Oh, geez, dude. You're calling at a hectic time right now. I just caught a crappie and a perch back to back. I got my tip down went. I got marks on my screen. I'm trying to do way too much right now. Just dropped my phone in some slush. Alright, one thing at a time, Jackson. What are we doing here? Let's put the phone in a safe spot. Anyways, this first perch, it's a nice perch, but for good luck, I'm going to send that one back. Honestly, these females, you can see how they're so much thicker. Still a good fillet on there, but it looks way bigger because of the eggs. So that's a big female. I'm going to get her back. Eventually, I do want to keep some fish today, but I think I'll get a few more. So, anyways, let's see what disaster I got going on here right now. I'm gonna start by getting this tip down back in the water. So for the tip downs, I just do a little rosy red minnow on a small treble hook. A little split shot up about 6 inches up. Send her back down. Like I was saying before things got squirrely, I got the shack set up. I don't even have the heater on right now. I was actually sweating. It was like these striker bibs and that PC Fun jacket I had just had me cooking. So that was kind of nice. But now that I got this shack set up, I'm feeling good. I was moving around, and it's always tough for me to pick an exact spot because once you set the shack up, you hate to move. So I was kind of indecisive. I was trying to like mark fish, and then I was trying to fish to actually see if I could catch something first. And my line was just freezing up and everything. I finally just decided like I gotta just drill a hole, get set up, because once I'm set, I can actually effectively fish. And so far, it's off to a good start. We'll see. It's only about 10:30, so I might eventually have to make a move. The ice is... You have to be careful with the ice moving around too. It's interesting, when I started here, there was no, when I first set this up, there was no water on the ice, and now as you can see, there's kind of a lot of water on the ice. But yeah, feels good to be just set up and relaxing. Sometimes, a lot of times when I ice fish, I'm more of a hole hopping kind of guy. Oh, here we go. Oh, that thing came up and I got one on me right now. More of a hole hopping kind of guy. I like to really be active and move and stay on fish, but kind of looking forward to just relaxing. If there's no fish on the screen, I'm content in here. I should give a plug. This ice shack was sent to me by a company called Deerfamy. You can get this shack on Amazon for like $110 or something. And it's insulated, some different size options, and this one they gave me a discount code to share with you guys. So if you look in the description, you'll see the link to this shack and the discount code. And the fact that it's below zero right now, and I'm sitting in here without my jacket on and no heater rolling right now, I think it does pretty well. I'm fishing a piece of beaver tail right now. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I trapped the beaver this fall and have been using the tail fat for bait and really loving it. So that's probably what I'll stick with jigging most of the day. I do have some plastics from Liquid Willow Cat too that I might give a try. Come on, eat it. Oh, I think he swiped at it. Oh my gosh. One just broke my line. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was frustrating. It's my own fault. I haven't retied since last year, and I've been fishing a lot. I've got this rod set up. I'm gonna give it a try and just drop this down right away. Hopefully that fish is still there. I am fishing 2-pound test on that reel, so I mean, it's probably my own fault. That was a good fish. Dang. This other rod that I had with me, I have set up with 4-pound test. It's actually the first time I'm using this rod. It's called Lake Effect Lure Company. Met these guys at the Outdoor Expo in La Crosse last year, actually. And this is the Panty Popper 31-inch ultralight. And I put the PC Fun Carbon X ice, or not Carbon X, but the PC Fun Ice Carbon. It's one of those magnetic drop reels. I've never used one before, but kind of like it. So pretty much just pull this trigger and it slowly drops down. Then you just release it. More of a controlled fall, which might be a little more natural than just a tungsten firing down. So if there's any fish, especially suspended, kind of can see that falling a little slower. Might be nice.
You know what else would have been nice is to catch that fish that broke off my other tungsten. I actually don't have a lot of tungstens with me. I was kind of not planning on losing that. But like I said, that was 2-pound test. This is set up with 4. So I think it's about time to turn the heater on in here. There we go. So yeah, I'm fishing about 10 feet. 10 feet of water. There's definitely some kind of weed-ish stuff on the bottom that you can see there, but I've been pulling the fish out of it. Oh, like right there. See this one? There comes a fish right there. Got him. Oh, jeez. Well, that bluegill, as I was showing you there, fish coming right out of the weeds, hit the Widowmaker. Widowmaker jig with the beaver tail plastic on it. Giant bluegill, but that is a fish. The fact that that tiny little bluegill hit that big tungsten in plastic is actually a good sign, though. They're fairly aggressive. Here comes another one. Seems like a bigger mark. I'm tying up that other rod that busted off with just a little smaller presentation. This is a Widowmaker jig, but it's more of a vertical jig opposed to horizontal. Then I'm gonna grab a piece of beaver tail and tip it with that. Just a little smaller presentation here for like a midday bite. I think fish are gonna be a little finicky. All right, let's see how that works. See, here's a fish coming up. The flasher's kind of laggy right now. It's in and out a bit. But there's definitely one right. My jig's at the 7.2 right now, and definitely a fish at 8.4, just a little off bottom. Check this out. The whole screen just has a ton of interference on it now, so I don't know if there's shad or what's going on, but I'm gonna drop the underwater camera down right now and try to find out what the heck that could be. Oh yeah, saw those shad and some panfish down near the bottom. Some good vegetation down there too, so there's some perch. Oh, alright, I should stop looking and get fishing, but if you're interested in an underwater camera, this bad boy right here, fraction of the cost of like a Markham, very portable, records, so that footage that I'm sharing with you, I can record that from this too, so feel free. I'll link this in the description too. Underwater cameras are fun to use, can definitely be effective to help put you on fish, know what's going on down there. Like I love the fact that I was marking all that stuff, and to just confirm that it was indeed shad is pretty nice. And that there's some panfish down there, so check out the description if you're interested in this underwater camera system. Came in this really nice hard case travel box too, so check them out. I know I'm plugging a lot of stuff here, but I mean, I do appreciate that these various companies send me free stuff, and there's plenty of things that have been sent to me for free that I don't put in these videos and I don't advertise, because I'm not going to just encourage you guys that watch my videos to get crappy stuff. Like, trust me, there's been some crappy stuff out there, but that camera, this tent, are some of those things that I'm like, this is actually pretty nice, so feel free to check them out. With that said, however, I'm not gonna kid you and tell you that this is as good as my Markham. I like that one a lot better. It's much, oh god. No! See, this is the one thing with these smaller vertical hooks. I don't like the hooks that they give me quite as much. Gosh, that thing flew up for it though. That was not a little bluegill. That was not a little bluegill. That thing just flew up, and I didn't even see a bite on it. It was just a straight up bite on the rod, and usually that's when you know they're just coming up and engulfing it and just sitting with it. Here's the shad again. I don't know if that's showing up, but goodness gracious. Here's my jig. This is bottom. Nothing but shad right there. I personally don't like fishing with shad this all in the water column like this. It's rare for them to be on Lake Onalaska, in my opinion. I usually see shad like towards the main channel and stuff more, but not much on these backwaters in the lake right here, but apparently they're here today. Well, I have indeed finessed them. I don't care what anyone says, it takes real skill to catch a fish that big. Gosh dang. Look at, he's swimming away in the shack. I just let him hang out with me for a bit. Oh, you almost made it, buddy. Almost there you go. Not what we're after. I jinxed it. Let that nice perch go, and she went down there and told all her buddies not to bite. There we go. That's a better fish. Oh, wow. A big old crappie. Flip-flopping. Man. We're getting an alarming amount of water here. That's a good crappie though. Interesting that they're just creeping up from the bottom. That's not really what you want. It's not a good bite really right now. But there's fish around. I'll take him home with me. He'll be part of a meal. Here comes another something. They are glued to bottom though. Not like not an aggressive suspended bite where you really hammer on them. Another crappie here, swimming on the surface, but once again they are creeping off the bottom. Just finicky as heck. There's another one down there. I'm adding him to hang out with his buddy. Down we go. Let's see if there was another one with him. Man, though, just finicky. I thought about mixing it up and trying like a spoon of some sort,
to maybe get him to go. Oh, see, they're looking again though. Here he comes. Got him. Good fish again. Another crappie. That one's a little bit smaller. It's been slow, so that's fun to catch a couple fish there. The inline reel so far, I'm liking this setup. It's still weird for me to not have no drag. Like when a fish is pulling drag, it doesn't make noise, which is kind of tough because you don't know if like it's actually pulling drag or you're just not gaining on it. I don't know. That's probably just me not using it much. I'll eventually figure it out more. Oh my gosh, there's fish all over on me. Unless if there's a bunch of shad down on the bottom, it's tough to always say. Oh no, that was a fish. Good mark. Come on, come on, come on. Stay aggressive, stay aggressive. Ah. Yes, good fish. Good fish, come on. There we go. Another nice crappie. That's fun. I had to work that fish. They are in a finicky mood. Midday, bright sun, obviously, and sub-zero temps, but that got him to go. That was fun. He came up like 2 feet off the bottom, probably 3 feet off the bottom, so that's a good sign. Hopefully they're starting to get a little more aggressive here. What I'm finding out is I almost have to start close to the bottom. If I jig too high up, they're not even pulling off the bottom to come look at it. So I've got to be close enough to at least get their attention. So here's kind of what I'm finding out. These fish, okay, with the exception of that one, holy cow, he came up and rocketed. You got that one on the GoPro. He was not playing around. A little small on that one, but why are you not swimming away, bro? There you go. But see, like that's rare for crappies, in my opinion, for them to race up off the bottom, but it just shows how tight-lipped they are. See, I'm jigging right above the bottom, and I'm trying to just pull fish off the bottom to kind of come shoot out from those weeds that are down there. I haven't actually seen a crappie on the underwater camera, but I'm just kind of keeping it active, working it, and once I pull one up, I'm just trying to keep it away from it a little bit, like so, and get them to commit. Definitely I've had a little flurry of action here. I was debating going out and hole hopping in the freezing cold, and I'm glad I didn't. I don't even have the heater going right now. First propane tank ran out, so I'll probably get that thing rolling pretty soon here. Here's one coming up. Oh, I nipped it. I think he'll bite again. Come on. No, going back down. Oh, you can see him right there, little bugger. Come on back, buddy. Go reset. Get comfortable again, and then shoot up from those weeds for a nice little snack. Here he comes. Oh, come on, dude. There's a couple fish down there. I don't know if I should be more aggressive jigging. One of these has got to do it.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. You are kidding me. Oh, he was on it. Dang it. That one hurts. He was just sucking on it. Let's see if he'll bite again. I doubt it. There's a couple fish down there though. The fact that the dead stick with a live minnow is right next to me shows the mood that these crappies are in. And apparently the first perch I caught was a fluke. Bluegill. Haven't caught one of them in a while. Hey, wrong. Oh my gosh, this is getting to be a disaster in here. That fish just disappeared underneath my ice fishing sled. Hope I'm safe in here. It's a little sketchy with all this water, but there's still about 3 inches of ice underneath it, and it is 0 degrees outside, so I should be fine. There you are, come here. Oh, this is that shack I was telling you about. This is my setup from the outside. Like I said, there's starting to get to be a lot of water on top. Oh shoot, I am just realizing that this is gonna be scary, getting the shack out of here, because there's water all around the edges now. So I might need to leave pretty soon before that happens. I'm gonna do a little hole hopping and see if I can't find something else out here, but yikes. This is gonna be no bueno. Yeah, I think it's time to be done swimming around in here and get the heck out of here. I'm sure I could stay until prime time at dusk and catch some more crappies pretty good, but I also could be swimming with the crappies by that point, so I don't really want to test that out. My hummingbird's dang near underwater, so I'm not a big fan of that either. Time to pack it up and go. All in all, it was a fun little outing here. Assuming I get off of here fine. Thanks for watching, and once again, I'll link everything in the description. Shack, gloves. These, by the way, these Kemimoto heated gloves were clutch for getting everything set up. So, I'll try to get out of here without getting everything soaked. Well, this will be interesting. Yes, I was worried. We're free, baby. I'm gonna just drag this and get it out of the slush before I pack it down. I'm glad that thing wasn't frozen to the ground.